还可以再玩个一张。
My name is Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of the Earl Bartholomew of Shiring. At least, I used to be, before my father was arrested for conspiring against the king. And a man I had once refused to marry took control of everything my family had ever owned, including ourselves.
Where's the girl?
She is where you put her, you fiend. Once the king finds out...
Here's the key. Now go get her, I'm starving.
这是之前被抓的时候吗？
Well, there is nothing left. Let me out!
Milady, are you awake? William Hammerly is back. He wants to see you. May I enter?
You may come in, Matthew. Dear God! Did he hit you?
Well, I suppose he's getting more daring now that his father is about to see the king.
This is taking too long. Go get them.
Right.
Milady, I must ask you, do not provoke him. Not yet. Not until you're properly armed.
Did you get the weapons?
Yes, I hid them up on the wall. Near the gate. Look for a red piece of cloth.
Get down here, and no talking. And don't cause any trouble. I just cleaned my sword.
那现在才终有进入剧情的感觉。
That was quick. You certainly do know your place, don't you? Ugh, what's with your face? Your arrogance makes you ugly. Did you know that?
I didn't sleep well.
Were you lonely?
We've all been sleeping poorly the last few weeks. Your father will be the new Earl soon. This castle will be yours. There's no need to keep the lady and her brother hostage. Maybe you should consider letting us go.
Oi, Walter. Looks like the princess needs a servant to do her talking. Can't imagine why I ever wanted to marry that ugly boar. A real lady. That's what I deserve. Maybe even Empress Maud. Yes, I'll marry the Empress. But I'll keep on fucking her.
Your words cannot hurt me.
Shut up!
I won't.
You have no say around here anymore.
I am still the daughter of your Earl.
You're a common whore, that's what you are.
Oh, how you must enjoy your revenge.
You're just getting what you deserve.
All this just because I wouldn't marry you?
Shut up. Shut up!
You are a sad man who knows nothing but cruelty. God shall punish you for this.
I am the cruel one. You renounced our wedding and made me the laughingstock of the entire Shire.
Stop, both of you. Go outside, girl. Walk it off.
But it's raining.
Anything you need, William?
Tell the bitch to get me something to eat. I'm starving.
You heard him. Go, now!
I always told you your stubbornness would be your end.
要怎么弄吃的？可以在里面下毒之类的。
Maybe Matthew meant the other gate.
哎，弟弟在这边。
Ali? What are you doing here?
Shut up. And you get the food.
Ali?
Don't act as if you've never had a heart. I see how kindly you treat his horse.
You want me to let you go?
Yes.
Of course. It would be the proper thing to do. There is no humane reason for keeping us locked up.
Can't.
Why not?
Because Bartholomew is still Earl. Can't have his brats running around causing a ruckus. I don't get paid to be careless.
You do a lot for him. Tending to his horse, watching his prisoners. What do they pay you?
Why do you keep asking me that?
I might be able to pay you more.
Right.
Tell us. How much do you want?
Maybe I don't do this just for the money.
I don't believe you. What else should you gain from being cruel?
An apprentice. Unlike you, Percy Hamley likes the way I've been raising his son.
那现在就是要去找吃的。
Oh! It smells horrible in here. Oh! A dead chicken. What a horrible smell. Someone must have trapped it in here for fun. What a waste. Mealworms.
面粉也坏了，
Not even worth trying.
洋葱也
It's
坏了。
obvious these are inedible. Let's see. A loaf of bread. And it doesn't look as bad as everything else in here. I'm not putting my hand in there. Disgusting.
只有面包可以吃。
Oh!
他也可以拿烂掉肉给他吃。嗯，不要拿比较好吧。
I
我的狗。
Flemish, here, girl. Don't you recognize me? Ah, good girl. It must be hard to catch my scent in this rain.
可以穿过院子。不能出去。
Did you get what he asked for?
Yes.
Good. Don't waste his time then.
Your food.
Is that all?
After your knights raided the castle, this is all they left.
There must be more.
啊，丢地上了。
There isn't. If you don't believe me, then go and look for yourself.
You really think you can play your silly games with me?
I am still the daughter of the Earl, and by the law of the King, you are my subject.
Oh my. Forget what I said about your arrogance. It actually makes you quite pretty. Huh?
In the name of my father, you will die for this!
Master Richard, don't!
Oh.
Stupid boy. Almost as stupid as his sister. I'd rape you if I could. But you're not my kind of lass. What's with her? She dead?
Leave her. The king has not yet spoken. Wait till your father is an earl proper. Then you can do with her whatever you want.
Damn! To hell with it. She's so ugly, no one would ever want to take her anyway. Put them with the animals until the king has decided.
酝酿风暴，第8章。
It's just out of reach.
拿不到。
Richard! Richard! Wake up!
啊，马就死掉了。
It's just out of reach. No, there are no weapons here, and no sign of my red scarf. It's too high. I'm chained to a post. I can't reach it. If only it was closer. Matthew must have hidden them somewhere else. Where is that red scarf, Matthew? No, there are no weapons here, and no sign of my red scarf. Matthew must have hidden them somewhere else. Come on, I need you to wake up. Hey!
醒来了。
Ali? Ali, my ear!
How do you feel?
Hot.
The wound is boiling your blood. We need to get you someplace dry and cool so you can heal.
Ali, they shackled us. I will die here.
Calm down. You'll only make things worse. Richard. Don't give up. We will get out of here.
And what then?
We'll find Father. He'll know what to do.
I heard them say that he's with the king in Winchester.
Then that's where we'll go. You'll see. He'll make things right again. Don't give up. We will get out of here.
I don't know.
Richard. How did you free yourself before?
I don't know. When they put me here, they had the shackles fitted to my ankles. But today, I somehow managed to slip through. These 3 weeks must have made me very determined.
Yes, and very thin. What were you thinking, charging William like that?
I had to protect you.
That was very brave of you.
I don't know.
It was. Father will be proud when you tell him. Richard, throw me that horseshoe.
It's not hard enough to break the chain. I already tried.
I'll think of something. Just give it to me. It's too high. I'm chained to a post. I can't reach it. If only it was closer. Do you think it might break like this?
It's not hard enough to break the chain. I already tried.
Where is that red scarf, Matthew?
他睡着了。
Richard. No, there are no weapons here, and no sign of my red scarf. Matthew must have hidden them somewhere else. Richard. Don't give up. We will get out of here.
I don't know.
Don't give up. We will get out of here.
I don't know.
他解谜实在是让人家很难联想在一起。
What do you need the horseshoe for?
Shh. You'll see. Where is that red scarf, Matthew? First I have to free myself. Then I can help Richard.
都没有东西可以点。这个，哦。
I'll open yours next. Can you stand?
I'll try.
Good. Then wait here. I'll find us a way to get out of here.
Let's take his horse.
Yes. Good idea. But first we need the weapons Matthew hid for us.
Careful! He doesn't seem to like that.
Whoa. Easy. Easy now.
What are you doing? The horse nearly woke the guard.
The knot is too tight. If only we had a knife. Where did Matthew hide the weapons?
那现在就是要先去找到。
I have to say, that battle was a bit short for my taste.
丑八怪乔维斯。
The knights weren't prepared and the peasants scattered like chicken.
I found it. Matthew's piece of cloth.
What I wouldn't do.
父亲的匕首，匕首，匕首。燕麦。喂马，好，先喂马。
Oh, you look hungry. Want to eat? It's calm now. Try to mount it, Richard.
But where do we go?
To Winchester, of course. We need to find Father and talk to the king. They must find out what's happening here. Now climb on. It won't eat forever.
快点啊！为什么不上来？
Now me.
Oi! You there! Stop!
Cut 'em off!
The thought that they could catch up with us urged me to ride onward. It rained relentlessly. After a while, Richard's moaning got weaker, but I did not dare look back, for I feared to see William Hamley right at our heels. I forced the horse to go faster, hoping that my brother would not succumb to his wounds. We headed toward Winchester. The king would make things right if we explained them to him. He had to. It wasn't long until Richard almost fell off the horse. Touching his forehead, I realized he had a high fever. His mutilated ear was red, hot, and swollen.
弟弟好像快死掉了。
A sound startled me. From the thicket of the forest emerged a woman. I was ready to draw the dagger that was flush against my forearm. I asked her to give us her name. This was her forest, she said, so we should be the ones introducing ourselves. I proclaimed that I was the daughter of the Earl of Shiring, traveling with my brother. I can tell your nobility by your manners. She smiled and revealed in turn that she was the wife of the local verderer. Seeing Richard's ear, she said that he needed help. Luckily, their hut was nearby. She offered us food, shelter, and care.
"又在前进，我弟可能会死掉。 相信他吧。
We followed her to the hut. It was further than she had led us to believe. There, I helped my brother off the horse and let the woman take the horse's reins. The hut was rather barren, with few furnishings. It was almost as cold as outside, and there was no sign of her husband. Richard dropped onto one of the creaky stools. The woman lit a fire, which came alive with a crackle and gave out a warming glow. I told her that we may have nothing to give her now, but if she managed to make Richard well again, we'd come back and reward her one day. She finally turned towards us again, an odd smile on her lips. Something was strange about her expression. She nodded towards the fire. There was a sound outside, but she distracted my attention by turning to Richard. She started to explain that to close a wound, one must gently press a hot piece of metal against the flesh. This will stop demons and bad smells from entering the body. The woman's eyes kept darting to the door, so I turned my head to see what it was she was looking for.
好像被骗了。
The moment after I'd turned my head, my own knife was pointing at my face. She'd noticed the dagger in my sleeve and had yanked it out before I knew what was happening. She apologized. It's a tough world, and it's eat or be eaten. There was another noise outside. He's here, she said.
逃吧。
I waited for the moment her eyes were on the door again, then I dashed towards Richard, but a hand grabbed my wrist. It was too big and rough to be hers. The man threw me aside and I landed hard on the floor. My head spun. He examined us and our weapons and broke into laughter. He stepped closer to reach for Richard's sword, but his wife interrupted. We can't sell that. Everyone would know who that sword belonged to. The man grunted in agreement and turned to leave. Before she followed him, she dropped my dagger. Burn out your brother's wound with this, she said, and disappeared. We heard the whinnying of William's horse and the stomping of hooves from outside. We stood, frozen, until Richard told me to go and have a look. As I did, the outlaws were long on their way, and our mount with them. The hut probably hadn't belonged to them in the first place, but at least it meant the fire was still burning. We had no other choice but to trust the word of the outlaw. The heated dagger trembled in my hands. Do it, Ali, I can take it. Richard tried to sound brave. A horrible hissing sound and the smell of burnt flesh filled the hut when the blade touched his ear. But it seemed to work. For a few... We walked for 2 more days with only brief rests in between. But we finally arrived at the city gates of Winchester. Richard was weak, but at least we were still together, and we were sure that together we would find a way to escape this nightmare.
面对威廉时，你让马修替你说话。你把干面包递给威廉。我那时候有拿到腐烂的肉，可是我没有给他。然后称赞弟弟，然后相信路上的旅人，结果被抢走了马。理查好像没事了。 好，那先实况到第8章，等一下再看要不要继续。啊，关台咯。